Hello again, Cleve Threadgill, Ottawa Elementary Schools, and I do want to begin this video cast by thanking our friends at Trinity Broadcast Network once again for this opportunity to be able to go out and share with each of you a little bit about our district. We've received a lot of positive feedback in this, and we hope that this will continue to be a means for us to communicate with our public, our community, and to share some of the good things that take place at Ottawa Elementary. Recently, in Governor Rauner's inauguration address, he referenced something called Vision 2020. And Vision 2020 is an initiative that's taking place that has been the creation of a number of organizations that have put their heads together in a way to be proactive with educational policy. These organizations would include the Illinois Association of School Administrators, the Illinois Association of School Boards, the Illinois Association of Regional Superintendents of Schools, the Illinois Principals Association, the Superintendent's Commission for the Study of Demographics and Diversity, and the Illinois Association of School Boards. And really what Vision 2020 is about is, as I had referenced earlier, is to be more proactive on our end for key components of what we think are going to be important for education as we move forward. The first of these components is highly effective educators. Certainly, it's important to have the best teachers possible in our public schools. I feel that really when you talk about schools, you have to really look at schools as teaching and learning. So we need to come up with ways that to attract the best teachers, to retain them, and at the same time to help them and assist them in being the best teachers that they can be in the classroom. That would include professional development that would be valuable in their growth, and modeling and other components that are important to the profession. Secondly, 21st century learning. We have to begin to acknowledge that at this point in time, there's a lot more to schools and to learning than just perhaps math and reading. We know that those things are important, but a well-rounded education is extremely important. We know that we also live in the age of technology. So with this being said, certainly 21st century learning is a component that we need to focus on, and this would include things like STEM education also. Shared accountability, this delves into the area of where schools have been basically punished over the last 10 to 15 years for not meeting certain criteria for test scores. And I think that there's a misconception out there that teachers and administrators don't want to be held accountable. Actually, we do. We do want to be held accountable, but we want to be held accountable in a fair way. I'm not sure that having 100% of every student in every school meet and exceed is reasonable, and we think that there's a lot more to a child than just a test score. Allow me to be the first one to tell you, I don't think your child's a test score any more than I think my child is. There is much more to all of our children than a test score. Can that be valuable information? Yes, it can. But I'll be touching more upon this in a future video cast. I need to continue with this one. The last thing that's important, obviously, is equitable and adequate funding. And again, in the turmoil that Illinois is in right now, we don't know how this is going to play out just yet. There has been there's been a call for more money from the governor's budget, but again, this is just in the planning stages as this is being filmed at the present time. So time is going to tell, but there does seem to be more of a push for people to acknowledge that, our representatives to acknowledge that we need to have equitable funding across the board. And so we will see how this plays out in the next couple months, and I'm sure that'll be a topic that I'll also be referring to. So what we want you to do in your knowledge of Vision 2020 is to be aware of it, support it, and also contact local legislators to let them know that you think that these components are important also. And so until the next video cast, once again, Cleve Threadgill, and thank you very much.